Yo, what's up, guys? So here are some tips that I have that I found out while navigating through Master Duel in the earlier stages. Things that you may not know initially while playing the game. First is a really cool secret way to get access to secret packs for any archetype you want. And the way you trigger secret packs is by crafting an SR or UR card of any archetypal card that you're looking to invest in. Secret packs gives you basically a higher percentage of opening cards within the archetype of like your choice. So it allows you to basically use your gems strategically to open cards that you specifically need for your deck and your archetype. An example of that is, for example, if I were to craft a Prank Kid Butler, that would give me access to the Prank Kid archetype packs, and then I would be able to open those Prank Kid packs in order to get mainly Prank Kid cards. And that's really useful because instead of trying to disenchant cards to buy those type of cards, all you have to do is just open the packs and then get what you're looking for instead. Next, use your gems on the Duel Pass. Super free value. There's no reason not to. As long as you just play the game normally, you'll be able to outpace the 600 gems that you invest in. So it's super free. The other thing you guys should also remember is that don't buy or enchant power 1-ofs like Raigeki, Reborn, or Rhoda. You get them for free through solos, so make sure you complete all the solos, get all the free cards first before you enchant a bunch of random cards, because you don't want to enchant stuff that you don't need. The other thing is invest in staples early. They're very universally applicable cards in any type of deck, like Max C, Ash Blossom, Call By, Cross Out. And I think that using your money on those type of cards is really good. Mainly because they allow you to have them, they're played in every deck. So when you build new archetypes and you build new strategies, you don't have to reinvest in these staples ever again. So it makes it a lot cheaper for you in the long term. The other thing is use your gems as early as possible on the bundles, just so you can see what type of cards you get, and you also get guaranteed good staples like Lightning Storm. You get Judgment, you get Ash Blossom. So definitely use your earlier gems on that. Good free-to-play decks right now that I think are really good to invest in are Tri Brigade and Prank Kids. I'll be showing you guys a Prank Kid deck profile as well, so you guys can get an idea of what to be looking out for. But I think those are the best decks to build right now because they just give you the most bang for your buck, and those archetypes don't have as many ultra rare cards, so they're very solid. And then also, when you start your game off, pick the middle structure deck because it gives you 3 MST, which I think is one of the best, basically staple in the game. So it's way better than the other two in my opinion. So I definitely would say start off with those. And yeah, those are my tips. Hope you guys enjoy Master Duel. And if you guys want to check me out at twitch.tv/PackDCG, and you can see more of what I do live and as I try to figure out how to be as competitive as possible in this game because it's still a lot unknown. But I'll see you guys there. Peace. Yo, what's up, guys? So as you can probably tell, Master Duel is finally out and about. And most of you are probably wondering, what deck is the best deck as a free-to-play player to invest in? I think this game is actually very free-to-play friendly if you know exactly what to do with your gems and the currency that they have. I think it's called CP, to craft the right cards and to get the right cards to make a very good deck for the future, especially if you don't want to drop any money at all. So the deck that I'm going to be showing you today is a deck that I'm pretty familiar with. It's a deck that I've played a bunch in the past, and it's Prank Kids. I think this is a really good starter deck because it teaches you a lot about managing your resources. It teaches you a lot about interactions, chain links, when to use your disruptions, when to hold them. And so I figured that if you're a returning player and you want a little bit of a challenge and a more technical deck, I would say definitely pick up the Prank Kid deck for sure. I'm now going to show you guys the deck profile. So you'll notice there's a big reason. One of the reasons why I think this is one of the best decks to pick up is because that a lot of the core pieces of this archetype is they're very cheap. They're commons. You see the 3 Fansies, the 3 Lamsies, the 2 Roxies, the Dropsies. They're all commons that you can easily pull from the Prank Kid secret pack. And for those of you who don't know what secret packs are, one of the ways you can generate secret packs, which is basically archetype related packs to have a higher percentage of opening cards you need for certain archetypes, is by crafting a Prank Kid's Place, and then afterwards it would unlock a secret pack, and you would use your gems to buy from those packs to get cards you need to build this deck. The best part about Prank is that most of its core engine, which relies on mainly super rares, which aren't that hard to pull, and it only needs one ultra rare to like really compete, maybe two if you count Totally Awesome as well. If you were to like just play the game, you know, normally and do like all the tutorials and everything, you would amass over tens of thousands of gems. And I think the best way to use your gems is to invest in staples like Max C, Ash Blossom, Access Code Talker, Boral Sword, right? Part of Desires. And instead of using your UR or like your currency on stuff like, you know, archetype URs, which aren't like universally applicable to multiple decks, it's better to, you know, use your ultra rare slots for like staples, cards that you can apply to multiple decks. And I think this deck utilizes the least URs within its archetype, and I think that's really, really important. The other thing that I think that is also important about this list is that it uses a lot of really cheap staples. So, for example, like OG Polymerization is a common staple. Pot of Desires and Boral Sword both comes in the Stalwart set. And so you can pull like really easy super rares or SRs and like get like a playset of Desires really fast. Monster Reborn, which is a staple, comes in like the tutorial, so you can easily get this card for free. I think Instant Fusion is a really good card to just draft overall. It's the only like, I guess, UR that it's mostly applicable to this type of deck, but I think it's fine. Call By is I think one of the cards you should immediately draft just because of how powerful it is into Max C and Ash Blossom, which are very common hand traps. The last three cards I played were like just really good cheap trap cards that I think people don't expect and they don't play around. Is Torrential Tribute. This deck utilizes Torrential Tribute really well because you can go Chainlink 1 Torrential Tribute and Chainlink 2 Bow Wow to like, you know, dodge your own Torrential and then add back free of card advantage. So I think like this is probably like a very good starting list. There's definitely ways to optimize it and ways to make it, you know, more competitive, like meta wise, like putting in like Nibiru's and all that good stuff. But I think like just for a very consistent go first, go second deck, I think this is very good. Prank is also one of the decks that's very good into like floodgates, like skill drain. I think like, and Takobo. I think those are there can only be one. Because of that, I think this is also a really good meta call in general to play on the ladder, because a lot of people like will pick up decks like Striker. They pick up decks that can play like floodgates, like you know, there can only be one, skill drain, all that good stuff. So this deck has a good matchup into those type of cards, so I think it's kind of nice. I still added 2 Twin Twisters anyways, which is in the same set as Pot of Desires, so it's a very easy card to pull. And just in case like there are floodgates like goes in match, or like some decks have too much back removal, so having the Twin Twister is like nice just for like utility purposes, because you don't know if you're gonna be going first or second. Sometimes like you might just lose like the roll randomly, so you have to go second. So having had like diversified cards like Twin is like really nice. I think the extra deck is pretty straightforward. If you do have the option, you could put in a Unicorn as well. I think Boral Sword is a really good pick, only because it's like a really easy OTK. Like if you're trying to like grind and farm like really fast, I think having Boral Sword in your deck makes it a lot easier to kill your opponent. But if you do get the chance and you pick up a Nightmare Unicorn, definitely swap out the second Bow Wow for it. So yeah, if you guys like this content, if you guys enjoy the deck profile, definitely leave a like and let me know your thoughts below on what other decks you want to see within Master Duel, and I'll definitely chef something up for you guys. In the meantime, thank you so much. I'll see you guys live on Twitch at twitch.tv/packtcg. Peace.